Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, yeah, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but lots of stuff in between, too. And today's video is going to be a very special announcement about one of those types of in-between types of topics that I mentioned. You know, slime, slashers, stuff in between. This would kind of encompass the stuff in between, but also it will encompass slime, and it will encompass slashers depending on what books are chosen. What are you talking about, Kelsi, you might be asking? Well, right after this short intro, we'll come back and we'll find out. Submitted for the approval of my viewers, I call this story The Tale of the Midnight Book Society. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can deduce, I am starting a book club around my channel, and it's going to be called the Midnight Book Society. Hence the little Are You Afraid of the Dark spoof that I've also done as a part of my channel trailer, but I just kind of changed it a little bit to encompass the name of the book club that's going to be surrounding the channel, because the book club name is so appropriate, I feel like, with the vibe of my channel, with horror in general, and it's just a great sounding name. Thanks guys for everyone who took the time to vote or to leave a comment telling me that they preferred that name, and I hope you like the logo. It's kind of simple, but I think it's pretty cool. Alright guys, so what I do want to promote right now is to get in your choices for the January book club choice. So there's lots of options for January on what we could read as a whole group, and how this club will work is, first, just like I did this month, December, in preparation for January, the first month I'll be running the book club, I put out a post on my community tab, and I said, hey guys, if you have any suggestions for a book you'd like to nominate for the January book club read, leave it here in the comments on this post. And so I got a few comments. These are some of the things I've gotten so far, and I will say for January I did ask for a set of nominations that were more winter themed. Jackson. You can never figure him out. It's fine, Jackson. It's probably the mail. I mean, he's been barking constantly because, you know, so many packages being delivered and stuff. Christmas time. Jax? Are you done? Jax. Whatever. I just wanted to announce all of this here on my channel in a video versus just doing everything in a post on the community tab, because I wanted you guys to know the details and get a chance to nominate a book in case you didn't see the post. So again, that's why I'm saying this all here, and I'm going to go over some general stuff about the book club. But first, some of the other suggestions that have already been dropped in that post about the January book club read are Near the Bone by Christina Henry. That was nominated by my friend Jamie. Melissa nominated Clown Flesh by Tim Curran. I gotta say, that's the one I want to win really, really bad. She said it was like a mix between 30 Days of Night and something else crazy. I can't even remember. But of course, it's got clowns instead of vampires. So to me, I'm like, hell yeah, I am sold. So Clown Flesh by Tim Curran, that was her nomination. She also talked about Slumber Party by Christopher Pike, which I own and would be totally cool with reading. Then The Spirit by Thomas Page, which was a paperback from hell, so that's been reprinted. That could easily be found. Anything you guys nominate, please try to make sure it's something that is available in the new edition. I'm all up for reading vintage horror. I would prefer we kind of dig into vintage horror. It really doesn't matter though. I'm okay with new horror too, as long as it's horror. I do want to kind of keep it in the horror, maybe sometimes thriller realm, but definitely those two genres for sure. So if you're going to nominate anything, please always let it be horror and or a thriller. It doesn't matter if it's got thriller vibes, that's fine. And then my friend Ashley also kind of shouted out The Auctioneer, but she said not necessarily for January. I know my friend Kelly at Kelly Hooked on Books, she also has a wonderful YouTube channel. She read that recently, I believe, with her book club. I don't think I was able to make that one, but I saw that she might have done that one. So I'm leaning towards not officially nominating that. So once I get enough suggestions, and maybe people might want to second or third a nomination, I will officially put out a poll, and that poll, the results of that, will determine what we read as a group for the next month. So that's how it's all gonna work. Again, if you want to second any of those nominations, comment below on this video. Another thing I'll be reading, not with my book club, but with my friend Kat, we're doing a whole year of King where we read a King book or story every month and watch the adaptation that goes with it. For January, we are officially going to read Misery. So I will be reading this, so that is why that probably won't be nominated for our book club read, but if anyone wants to join in with me and Kat as a separate thing, you are more than welcome. But yes, so just don't leave Misery in the comments here as your suggestion for January, because I'll already be reading it. And I mean, yeah, I'm not opposed to double dipping for Kat and my project and then this, but I'd rather have two separate books just so that we could do something different. And I will say, I did not nominate this or suggest this, but I am going to be reading this regardless. But if you guys want to suggest this as our read, you can. This is Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. I just feel like everyone's already read it. A lot of people on BookTube have talked about it already. But if you want to nominate it, go ahead. And especially if you want to second or third it. The more people who nominate a certain book, you know, if I get seconds and thirds on a book, I see it mentioned a lot, the more likely it will wind up in the official poll. But this one, so yeah, if you want this one, make sure you comment it below, because if 3 people or 4 people or 5 people plus nominate it, then maybe I'll be like, okay, it should go in the poll officially. But either way, I'm reading this. I just didn't want to officially necessarily mention it because I feel like everyone's already read it. So if I'm wrong and you guys haven't read it, then yeah, shout it out in the comments so I know to include it in the poll. I do want to say one more piece of housekeeping business before I sign off on this video. I'm really excited about this book club. I'm so jazzed that so many of you expressed interest. And at the end of every month, we are going to have a live stream all about the book we read. So that will be our discussion. And hopefully all of you who read the book with me will be there in the chat so we could literally have a back and forth as if we were in person. It sucks that I can't have everyone on video, but at least I'll be able to respond to your comments live as they are being, you know, written out. So that at least kind of makes it like a book club. And if you guys have any other suggestions, like if you want me to open a Discord channel or just want me to do an Instagram page, let me know. I know someone expressed interest in a Discord, but I want to know what you guys think after I release this official announcement video, because not everybody sees those posts, just to reiterate that again. Alright, and this is the piece of housekeeping I was referring to. I do want to say that if you're worried about triggers, please feel free to look them up. I won't necessarily list them every time, and I am going to have a disclaimer somewhere, wherever I make the group, Instagram or Discord, about the types of books that we're going to be reading, horror, you know, what horror entails, but I don't want anyone to face something that they don't want to read. So please, please, I encourage you to look up trigger warnings. I'm usually not really affected by anything, if that makes sense. I'm cool with reading whatever, and so I might nominate books that might not be okay for you, and I do want to apologize to that, but I feel like it's inevitable and it's going to happen. That's why I think trigger warnings for people who really want them, that's important. So I know that there's like a directory where you could look them up. I've just never looked it up before, but luckily there are resources out there. I just want you guys to know, and I'm sure you do know, this is a horror channel, that it will be horror, and horror is unsettling, uncomfortable. Sometimes there's really weird, gross stuff mentioned in the book, uncomfortable things, sexual things as well, when you're talking about Richard Lehman especially. Not that we're gonna read Richard Lehman together, I don't know if it's for everybody, but I love Richard Lehman after having read one freaking book. But yes, it'll be a lot of stuff. Again, I do encourage you guys to nominate vintage horror if it's easily accessible for everyone. So especially if there's a new edition. For example, Ruby Jean Jensen, a lot of her books are being reprinted right now. A lot of other books, like by D.A. Fowler, there are a lot of people, and of course if you talk about Valancourt books, they're doing a whole line of Paperbacks from Hell reprints. So that's like old school books reprinted in a new edition. So there are options out there if we do want to read vintage horror, which I personally hope we do a lot of the times. Again, I'm also not opposed to vintage YA or YA in general, or middle grade even sometimes. You know, you can't go wrong with Goosebumps just for fun. And even if it's a spooky nonfiction type of book, but I don't really want to do too much true crime. So basically, we are a horror book club. That's what I kind of want to put out there. Horror book club. So let's try to read some horror or horrific books in a good horrific, if that makes sense. I don't know, like terrific, horrific and horror all mixed together. I think it works. Whatevs. Alright guys, I really hope you'll join me in this book club adventure. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, this whole video was submitted for your approval because we are the Midnight Book Society. And I can't wait to dig into some fun, great, gory, gruesome, spooky, it depends on which book, but I can't wait to dig into some types of books that cover all of those things at one point or another with you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. There will be more videos coming soon. I know I haven't been releasing like in-depth videos lately. I just recently had a live stream. I've been vlogging, so there's going to be a massive vlog at the end of the month that's very Christmassy. That'll happen after Christmas. Don't forget to vote in the Christmas Evil challenge that I've got on my freaking page. You can find more info on my community tab, also on a video I released. It's the Christmas Evil challenge. That's like the official name of the challenge, and you can use that hashtag if you post pictures on Instagram, watching the movie, or wearing team colors. Again, all this is explained on a video on my channel, as well as multiple posts on my community tab. But if you guys haven't, done that yet, I encourage you, because time is running out. The deadline to vote in the poll and to enter the giveaway is December 22nd at 9 p.m. Central Time. So again, that's all the info you need. Till next time, guys, I appreciate you tuning in this time, but till then, till I see you again, keep on killing it. Bye!